Today is Friday, April 19th, and I'm wondering how the Stars and the Mavericks will do in their playoff series that begin this weekend.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
There's been a significant development in your laundry room. Laundry detergent sheets, not dryer sheets, but the same concept. Paper thin, remarkably efficient. Just toss one into your load of clothes and voila! Sparkling clean and smelling great. And as a plus, they're hypoallergenic for those with sensitive skin. Plastic jugs of detergent. Jugs that just wind up in trash heaps. It's easy to get your laundry detergent sheets. Just go to the link in today's podcast episode.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Let's begin with the Stars. What a terrific regular season they had. They won 52 games. That's the all-time high for the Dallas franchise. They totaled 113 points for the season. That 113 is second only to the 1998-99 Stars, who totaled 114 points. It is worth remembering that that team won the Stanley Cup. I think anyone looking at the East and the West could truthfully say the West is a harder place to score 113. The Rangers won the President's Cup. That's the best record in the league by 1 point over the Stars. Now, who do the Stars play in the first round? Well, as I'm taping this, we don't know. It's the last night of the regular season, Thursday night, and late games involving the Los Angeles Kings and Las Vegas Golden Knights will determine that. Now, from a Stars perspective, I think they'd rather play the Kings in the first round. In the regular season, they were 3-0 against the Kings and outscored them 13-3. Vegas, not so good, buddy. 0-3 against Vegas in the regular season and outscored 11-4. Come on, Kings. But the Stars approach and reach the offseason about as healthy as you could expect the team. Yanni Hakanpää probably won't be ready. But Evgeny Dadonov, who missed 29 games to a lower body injury. That's how the NHL describes injuries. Look at your waist, and down there, it's a lower body injury, and up here, it's a upper body injury. Anyway, Dadonov came back in the last game of the regular season. This team can score. Second in the league in goals scored to Toronto by 3 goals, by the way. But Dallas was a way better team defensively than Toronto, played a wide-open style. This team had 8 players score between 21 and 32 goals. And it ranged from a child, Wyatt Johnston, who led them in scoring with 32 goals. He's 20. to Joe Pavelski, who is on the verge of drawing Social Security payments. This is a team that's solid, solid, solid. Even more solid since at the trade deadline, they added exactly what they needed in the defenseman Tanev. And by the way, one late season addition shouldn't be overlooked, and that's Logan Stankovic. He scored 6 goals in 24 games. He's 21 years old. He hardly knows where the restrooms are in the National Hockey League, but he can really play too. This team has firepower. But as you've often heard, the postseason in the NHL often determined by goalkeeping. This was goalie Jake Ottinger's worst regular season statistically. 2.72 goals against. He cannot be happy with that. What can he be happy with? The last month of the season, Otter really turned his year around. The last 11 games, he permitted only 18 goals. That's a goals against of 1.64. That's the kind of keeping that wins postseasons. I look at the Stars and I try to figure not why, but why not? This club had the second best plus minus number in the league. That is, goals scored versus goals against. They're deep. They're healthy. They've got home ice for at least the first 3 rounds if they go that far. I don't know any reason I can find to suggest this team will not win the Stanley Cup. Now, let's go to the Mavericks. They're also playing an LA team. Well, hopefully the Stars are playing an LA team. It's the Mavericks versus the Clippers. And it's the third time in 5 years this has been the first round matchup for the Mavs against the Clips. This is a best of 7 series that starts Sunday in LA. History has not been kind to the Mavs in this matchup. They lost in 20 and 21. And they were 1-2 against the Clippers this season. But that Maverick team was starting Grant Williams and playing Seth Curry and Rashawn Holmes off the bench. They're all gone now. The last time the Mavericks played the Clippers was December 20th. That's ages ago for NBA teams. LA has almost certainly 4 future Hall of Famers on their roster in Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. This is an impressive resume Clippers team. But these teams are going in a very different direction as the postseason arrives. In their last 29 games, the Clippers were only 15 and 14. Over that period, 22nd in the league in defense and 14th in the league in offense. And quite honestly, I don't know how this Clipper lineup keeps up the firepower the Mavs can put on the floor. But Dallas, go back to your calendar and circle the date February 28th. They were in a bad way. They'd lost 5 of 6. They were really struggling. They came home to play Eastern contender Miami in a critical game. They had to stop the bleeding, and they did, winning by 6 points. And from there going forward, they won 16 of 19. The last 2 losses in the regular season, unimportant. Dallas was resting people. The Mavericks made a couple of critical trade deadline acquisitions. Daniel Gafford, the center, P.J. Washington, the forward. They arrived, and Jason Kidd began to tinker. and tinker and tinker, and it wasn't working. And then finally, he hit the right combination. With Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Gafford and Washington, the trade acquisitions, and the reinsertion of forward Derek Jones into the starting lineup. That starting lineup is 15-1 down the stretch of the NBA season. The Clippers are an old team. Kawhi Leonard's 32. Paul George is 33. James Harden's 34. Russell Westbrook is 35. 4 more important reserves are all in their 30s also. The Mavs are healthy. Los Angeles isn't. Kawhi Leonard, their superstar, hasn't played since March 31st because of knee inflammation. Now, I would kind of expect Leonard to give it a go in this series. But will he be 100%? One can't imagine that after missing 3 weeks of action. Mavs fans have this worry. And the worry is that those tough old beasts from the Clippers will dial back to their youth. And Leonard, George, Harden, Westbrook, they will win this series because of their toughness and their experience. But you know what? I think the Mavs are a better team right now. Just flat out the better team. In fact, I think they may be a lot better team. In this 7-game series, I'm going to take the Mavericks in 5.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, and by Star Power, Love Where You Live.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, hit follow. And every weekday, a fresh new episode of Just Wondering will be delivered right to you. And if you enjoy this podcast, please share it with a friend. Finally, should you have questions or comments, please share them with us by going to X and our address at Norm's Clubhouse. That's Just Wondering with Norm Hitzges. And every day, I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitzges, and I'm just wondering too.